I recently felt like God was making fun of me. I don't believe in God, or I just do not think much of Him. But sometimes something ironically happens to me, and I feel like there's a higher self, or just higher power, or the universe itself, just looking down on me and just laughing and saying how stupid I am. To explain why I believe that, I think I'd have to say a story. 2 years ago, I came from my country to Dubai. In my country, guys, there's nothing such as racism. We're black, white, and brown. We got completely different features. We're so diverse. And yet, like, there's nothing such as racism there. And when I used to hear about something like racism on the internet, I'd be like, how stupid those racist people. It's like being racist is the most stupid thing you could ever do or you could ever be. Imagine just judging someone based on just ethnicity or skin color. Yeah, that's right. That just a little bit changed when I came to Dubai and worked in hospitality. And I served people from all around the world. When I started serving Indians, a lot of Indians, I kind of didn't like the way they behave. They were not as polite. Some of them, they were rude. And I kind of didn't like serving them. Most of them, by the way, there are a lot of like, if the workers, the Indian workers here, they are so damn nice. They're so nice. They are actually the nicest. They are the funniest. They are the nicest. They are sometimes generous. But I don't know, when it comes down to serving them, especially the rich people, they're really bad. So I started really hating Indians. I hated them a lot. And that wasn't enough for me. I was telling everybody to hate them. And not I was not basically telling everybody to hate them, but I was, just this Darwin theory. I believe that, yeah, Darwin was right, but only regarding Indians, all right? So only those people evolved from I'm sorry. I know. I was lost, all right? So yeah, I was so lost. And I remember I had some friends at a time. I had like, there was a girl I was talking to. She didn't like Indians either, but she was telling me that I was too much. Like, Joe, you gotta stop. There are a lot of, you cannot just deny that the fact that there are a lot of decent Indians out there. I was like, you're like, you are not good enough for me. Then I literally, like, whenever like once a very small thing like happened between me and her, I just cut her off, even when I was the mistaken. And there was a friend of mine who's living in Japan. He came for a visit to Dubai, and we met, we talked, and surprisingly, he got married. And when I told him, like, I thought he definitely got married to a Japanese lady because he's living in Japan. Then he didn't want to tell me, by the way. Somehow I know that he got married to an Indian lady, even though she's so beautiful. Like, she's I didn't stop making fun of him the whole week. Oh my god. I'm so sorry for him. I'm sorry, man. And I'm so sorry for all Indians out there. You are really anyway. Yeah, I was just making fun of him, but in a funny way. Like, I wasn't like, he was laughing with me as well. At the end of the day, I am the loser, right? That was the case until I went to a different workplace and I got to know a girl. I thought she was Moroccan, right? A very short girl with very long hair and very shiny eyes. She was just like, from the first time I saw her, like, she was just kind of eye-catching, conspicuous. But yeah, you just see beautiful girls and you keep walking. So somehow I just ended up talking to her. And from the very, even though she really has a wonderful accent, I from the very from the very first moment I know that she was Indian. And she asked me, oh, she asked me where am I from? I said where I came from. I was like, I have to ask her back, even though I know where she came from. She came from India. I was like, how India really? You look so. She didn't look. By the way, she didn't look so Indian. Even though, like one day, she was, gathering her hair, and the real Indian features appeared. Like I was able to see it, and damn it, she was so gorgeous, my man. She was so gorgeous, and damn. So I uh, so she was so nice. She was so nice with me, and even I remember one day, like I missed my bus, and she offered to give me a ride, and she gave me a ride, a very beautiful ride, the best ride I've ever had. Um, and we just, we didn't like. I don't even want to say that we stayed together for a short time because we didn't stay. It's almost 3 rides and 3 conversations. So it basically wasn't a relationship or even a friendship. I was just a stranger. I just got to meet the best stranger I've ever met. And yeah, she had to leave. Even though I was planning to leave because I was leaving like the whole city anyway, but things went upside down, and she was the one that had to leave because she changed her workplace. Um, the time, the very short time I spent with this beautiful young lady, I was just looking at her eyes and be like laughing. I was laughing, just, oh my God, I can't believe I'm just sitting, having, all this inside of me for an Indian girl. By the way, no offense. She's so beautiful, but I'm just, ironically, she's an Indian. The very people that I used to don't like. All right, I was like, oh my God. I was laughing at myself. Yes. This girl, she undeliberately changed 2 things in me. First, my perspective. I know already that there were a lot of decent Indians out there. Actually, you know what? My own people, have a lot of common things with Indians, and that's why I hate my people. By the way, I'm not someone who's like. I'm so glad that my friends know that already. That I do not have a problem with specific people. I really hate people in general. I hate humans. So when someone does something very slight like that annoys me, or any like kind of behavior, I hate like. So it's not. I already hate all humans, so I start hating on where this person came from, which is something. This is wrong. This is completely wrong. All right, I'm not saying this is something right, but I'm just being a human. So even though I know that there were a lot of decent Indians out there, but this girl, I gotta say something. You do see these yachts in Dubai Marina. One of my dreams is just to buy one of them. Not just when I came here, but this is something I already have a big plan for this. But not here. It's in Sharm el Sheikh in Egypt. I was always saying that I will not. I was always saying that I will not let Indians be there. But after I met this girl, I will. Whenever there is an Indian girl on a tour or on a trip on my yacht, I will be looking. I'll just be looking for the same eyes this girl has in every Indian girl. Because like sometimes I don't remember her face. But when I remember her eyes. She got the best eyes I've ever seen. Dang. When I just remember those eyes, I go completely numb. Like not when I remember, when I see them. She's standing in front of me, and she's just. I hated so much those eyes because the way they control me, the way they just. Uh, I hated them. They had a lot of power over me. Yeah, I liked her eyes so much. So beautiful, gorgeous. So, yeah. The second thing is, I think I've mentioned before that I was suffering with a chronic disease, that called psoriasis. It's kind of a serious health condition I've been dealing with and struggling with, and I've visited a lot of doctors and also listened to a lot of podcasts about it, and I tried a lot of things to fix it, but to treat it, not to cure it, because it's uncurable. And I remember a couple of doctors, they were telling me the main trigger to the psoriasis is the cortisol or stress. Just try to not be stressed. I was like, damn, like how can I not be stressed? I want to be stressed. All right, I want to be stressed. I like being stressed. Being stressed makes me move faster, makes me just get things done faster and easier. Especially in this age, I gotta be stressed. And even though like I tried not to be stressed, but I was so stressed. Like you guys, when you're 24 hours stressed, your mind literally forget that you are stressed. I think your mind will just ignore the pain, but you will still be stressed. So if you stay stressed for a long time, you will forget that you were stressed. But that does not mean that you are not stressed. Your mind just gave up on warning you. I didn't realize that. I said I was fine. I'm not stressed. I'm being okay. Until when I was with her, like somehow for a very long time, never felt that stress free. My cortisol level was just so down. Dang. The first night she gave me that ride and the first talk we had, I woke up on the next day. I don't remember, it was the next day or the day after. All the symptoms that I was suffering from, they disappeared from my body. It was like a miracle. It was it was a miracle. I couldn't believe that. And I was questioning myself, what did I do recently? Even though I was eating all the processed food, all the sugar, the seeds oil, like I didn't care, all right? I wasn't taking care of my health at this time, which is something like it's really bad for anyone who has psoriasis. Sugar, oil, gluten, all these things significantly trigger psoriasis. So I was doing all of these stuff and I didn't take care of my sleep at this time. So I was asking myself, what did I do recently? Like what change did I do recently? And it wasn't so hard to notice that it was her. It was her. Dang. And I've been with a couple of girls before, but I think like this is the first time I really love. I was so much in love that I wasn't even thinking about cracking. I'm sorry to say this, but I just like the brightness or this. I liked what I saw in her eyes. I really, her eyes are so attractive. I like this so much. Like I was, I, I get lost in them. So, yeah, I there's two things. She cured my, she cured me mentally, and also somehow cured my chronic disease and my immune system. She told me, how can I cure it? She just showed me the way. Even though she didn't like, she basically didn't mean to do that. Like, but I wouldn't do that without her presence. I wouldn't figure that out. That all what I needed is just what she gave me. Uh, and even when, so I know I had to tell her, but once I discovered that, I didn't get the chance to speak to her because she somehow something went wrong in her life, and I I told her, you can just reach out for whatever, like whatever you think that I can do, just do not hesitate. And even if you want someone to listen, or any possible way I could help you with, I would just be so grateful if you give me the chance to get to help you. And I wasn't looking actually for long-term relationship, or even like for short-term relationship, because I was leaving anyway, and yeah, and I don't want to get attached to someone. Yet when I find someone who's just as decent, as beautiful as her, I do not mind to enjoy my time looking at them. And yeah, so I feel like there's no chance to see her again because she didn't want to go out for any purpose. So I decided I'm going to tell her. I told her everything, but I didn't tell her how. I just said thank you. So that's why I felt like kind of God was making fun of me, but he already taught me something, a very important thing, and also about my health, something that I really needed, something. And I believe that nobody comes into your life by mere coincidence. Everybody carries a piece of the puzzle. Trust your instincts, do the unexpected, and see you next time, my man.